Been thinking a lot about the concept and the value of detachment as juxtaposed with like desperation. And with the South Node moving into Leo this summer and the North Node moving into Aquarius, I think that that's like a fairly good oppositional axis to talk about these things, because I do think Aquarius has some great lessons for us about the value of detachment. And with the South Node moving into Leo and the need to kind of purify and release in the Leo parts of our chart and related to like Leo themes in general, I do think there is a sort of desperation that Leo can give us notes on because of the way things are personal for the sun's sign, right? From the outset, I want to just start by saying I'm not calling Leo a desperate sign, and I'm not calling Aquarius a detached sign. This is more about the ways that these signs as archetypes can help us to understand these concepts in an opposition to each other, because these signs are in an opposition to each other, right? So Leo, I think, can show us some ways that taking things really personally and seeking to control what is uncontrollable can leave us in a position of desperation. Like, there's a crux to Leo, there's a challenge inherent to Leo that is, it is so critical to be seen, but being seen requires the buy-in of other people, and Leo doesn't have control over other people seeing them. Leo just has control over shining. The sun, at its best, right, is not clamoring for the attention of others. It just garners it naturally by existing. But we know that insecurity can run through the Leo archetype, because when Leo is exhausted and in need of attention, there is no way to force that attention, right? And that's where the desperation, I think, kind of comes up. And it's not helpful, right? I don't mean to put judgments on it. For me personally, as a Cancer who clings to everything, it's not helpful, right? And that's part of what I've been exploring. And the lesson that I think that Saturn sign Aquarius can show us about detachment is not that it is unemotional, not that it doesn't care, but Saturn is the planet of the harvest, right? The work is in planting the seeds, and then there's a lot of work to be done between planting the seeds and reaping the rewards, harvesting the food. I'm not a farmer, but like, there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done for the winter. You will die by harvest if you plant those seeds and then stare at them until they grow. That's not the point. There's so much else to do. And a certain kind of detachment, right? Aquarius as this final air sign, this air sign concerned with collective rationality, collective information sharing, collective communication, right? There is so much clarity to be gained by taking your attention away from the thing you cannot control and moving it toward the work that you can do.